So, hello all. Good to have you back again. What we'd like to do is to talk to you about the new version, the latest version of the Clear to Lead program. Obviously, the external world has changed a fair bit, and we have now updated the program in response to that. So, just to remind you, I'm Professor Malcolm Dunn of the Lead World Global, and my background has been management consulting, and I've seen the high failure rate of that in human dynamics, and I've seen that really when people are fully engaged and give that incremental energy, how well that they actually achieve things. So we've got Ramon Newman with us. Ramon.
Thank you, Malcolm. Great to be back in the Clear to Lead flow of things. And yeah, I've been working with CEOs and leaders, mostly public listed companies, over the last 22 years. I'm the co-founder, CEO of New Mavericks, and we've enjoyed the process of really helping leaders get that inner development right as the basis for everything they want to achieve on the outer level of development and achievement and progress. And it's becoming more and more valued out there as an important thing to really invest in and take care of as the basis for leadership unfolding in a better way.
All right. Thank you for that, Ramon. So in terms of the update, we'll follow a good Simon Sinek tradition of the why, and then the what and the how. So I'm going to talk a bit about the why, and then Ramon will go through the program and the what and the how. So what we're going to do is do this as a bit of a dialogue. So Ramon's going to ask me a couple of questions, and I will respond to those. And Ramon.
Yep, definitely. So Malcolm, as we move forward through this post-pandemic world, and going through what is, potentially a recession, hopefully not, full one. What is the most critical capabilities required by our leaders at this time?
Yeah, Ramon, I think there has been a significant shift, and clearly during the pandemic, it was about survival, and there's a whole bunch of survival skills that came out, and that was great. It was such an uncertain future. It was very difficult to be innovative and entrepreneurial. But I think as we come out of it, the big next theme, I believe, is environmental. And we've seen that, with the zero emissions by 2050 mandate globally. So there's a new challenge facing us. So the environmental one, and as you alluded to, also the reset in the economic cycle, which has always existed, but has now changed. So the external world has changed significantly. So how leaders need to better understand this changed external world, how to process it, how to think about it, and therefore what to do about it.
So Malcolm, how do you think we're going to overcome these barriers?
Ramon, there's a thing in psychology called ACT, acceptance, commitment, therapy. A little bit, I think we've just got to say we don't really know what the future looks like. Now, how do we equip ourselves to navigate that future and to do it in a very positive manner so it unfolds in its best way for us? So a little bit, it's what are the capabilities to notice, to detach, to reflect, to decide, to act, and then to go through that cycle again as well. So a very different psychological, sociological makeup of a leader required to be successful at that. And that's really what we start to do as part of the Clear to Lead program. So I guess, Ramon, over to you now. What does it mean to be clear to lead in your mind?
Yeah, that's the essence of what we're doing in this program, is getting to the deepest level of what it means to be clear to lead. Now, the Clear Lead program works on the premise that everything is self-created in business and in life. So what I mean by that is, like, when we get a yes or a no to something, in some ways we've created that. Through either our clarity or our readiness, then people are ready to say yes to us. So Clear to Lead is all about getting to that state of awareness where you're so clear in your mind that literally you've already created, at least within yourself, as the basis for it becoming manifested and expressed outside. And so in the program, we we go deep into some of the principles of what it is and some of the qualities of what it is to be clear to lead, and how to structure your awareness in such a way that you are ready to get the yes that you want yeses for.
Yeah.
And so we believe this is one of the most powerful leadership development programs in the world for developing your awareness, because it is actually doing exactly that.
Ramon, I really see it's compelling to develop that capability of awareness. But what's the process that you can go through to achieve this? What can we take leaders through this journey? How do we do it?
Sure. So the Clear Lead program is a 6 steps process. It's a self-referral process, meaning it feeds upon itself once we've gone through the process.
Yeah.
So the first step is to create that clarity. And clarity is naturally there for everybody, just like the sun is there behind the clouds. But sometimes the clouds get in the way, the stresses, the frustrations, the challenges. So it's about being able to purify and go beyond those kind of stresses to naturally get that clarity that's already there. And then we want to support that clarity and integrate that clarity with ourselves, with others, through coherence. And the more coherent we are in our brain functioning, the more we can connect the dots better with ourselves and with other people. And this is the kind of the first section of it. We call this the spiritual fulfillment side of things, in a sense that we're already got that fulfillment of what we want to experience right from the get-go. We're not trying to do and achieve and take so much action, but feel empty at the end of it, right? We already create that reality in our awareness first. So then this evolves into the next value that we enliven here is mindfulness. Being aware of how we're affecting ourselves and others, aware of the possible threats to what could derail us, and being awake to the opportunities. And then we have capacity, the ability to have that development of capacity to not be affected by the challenges or the frustrations or the stress, and be able to capitalize on the opportunities and neutralize the problems, be able to handle it. Because when we're bigger than any problem or challenge, then we're in a great space to lead things forward. And then, so those 2 aspects, the mindfulness and capacity, are really part of the mental side of things, getting that mind right, the mindset. And then evolving from the mental level, we take it into action, the field of physical action, so that we can achieve what we've kind of got clear about. So taking that action, what is good action? We want to not just take action for the sake of action. We want to take what is the most evolutionary action that's going to make everyone victorious. And then having that value of power. And we don't mean that in an egotistical sense. We mean power in that your ideas, your clear awareness is being supported by your environment, that you have that deserving and good merit, the environment to want to engage with you. So that's the complete process. It's a self-referral process. At the center of this process is what we call that clear to lead awareness, right? Which is the ability for your awareness to be awake and alert and also settled and rested and not stressed at the same time. So that's the basis of how we get clear to lead, Malcolm.
Ramon, thank you for that. That was a great overview of the process. Just for everybody, it's a 6-week process. There's a video that is released prior to each session. It's done in a peer group of about 8 to 10 people. So there's peer learning that occurs, and there's an opportunity to share the journeys and thoughts in a confidential manner. But there's a little video for each week on each of the topics that Ramon's spoken about. There's a guidebook, an action guidebook that goes along with it for you to be able to self-reflect. And then what we also do is a little pre-program about your view of your own awareness, and then afterwards another reassessment of that, so you can see the growth that has occurred over this 6-week period. The weekly sessions are 1 hour, and those are via Zoom. We do then stay on for about 15 to 20 minutes afterwards to allow more discussion for people who would like to share or ask questions as well. So thank you for that, and look forward to you coming and joining us on the program. Thanks, Ramon.